So let's begin our Elegance and Inner Beauty and Onstage question competition with our super seniors. Thank you. Delegate number 1 is Miss Super Senior Daphne Barbara Lednier.
My philosophy of life is simple. Live kindly, joyfully, and with purpose. Never be afraid to shine, whether it's a sparkly dress or a bright smile. Aging isn't something to fear. It's a celebration of the wisdom, grace, and strength that we gain from our experiences. Let's grow older and more fabulous every day as we embrace our quirks, uniqueness, and the stories that make us who we are. As we move forward, let's treasure every moment and make peace with the things we cannot change. I am proud of the woman I have become and grateful for the life I have been given. While I can no longer run a marathon, I can still walk briskly to the buffet line, volunteer, cherish my friendships, and create my plays. I recently read that listening to someone in distress for only 8 minutes can recharge them and ease their burden. 8 minutes. That's all it takes to make a difference. Let's uplift, support, and inspire those around us. Right now could be the best time of our lives.
If you write a book about your life, what will the title be and why? If you write a book about your life, what will the title be and why?
The title of my book would be, If at First You Don't Succeed, because I've always had to try and try again. Husbands, it took me 50 years to find Mr. Right. Math, I had to be tutored all through school, but I owned and ran 3 businesses successfully. I would name my book, If at First You Don't Succeed, and I would make it a self-help, and it would be used to teach people not to get discouraged and to reach their goals. Thank you.
This is delegate number 1, Miss Super Senior Daphne Barbara Lednier. Delegate number 2 is Miss Super Senior Crossville Vicki Hatcher.
I have always said that life is an adventure. We all have been through good times and some of the most difficult times in our life. As we go through those ups and downs, we still have to keep on keeping on. Keep on smiling, keep on loving, and most of all, keep on giving of yourself while serving others. So whether you're in a dark valley or singing from the mountaintop, you have to keep on keeping on.
How do you practice self-care? How do you practice self-care?
Every morning when it's warm, my little dog and I, Mia, we go out on the front porch and the school bus goes by and the birds are singing, and sometimes I get a little ray of sunshine on my face and I'm like, Lord, thank you. Thank you for this day. Thank you for seeing me through the hard times I've been through. And it's such a blessing just to sit there and listen. Thank you.
Thank you, delegate number 2, Miss Super Senior Crossville, Vicki Hatcher. Delegate number 3 is Miss Super Senior Spanish Sport, Denise Bryant.
My philosophy of life is be a giving person. This does not mean money. It means give of yourself. Give a smile. Give a hug. Give your knowledge. Give a helping hand. Give back to your community. Give your time. Whatever you can do to encourage someone to have a better day or a better life. Giving of yourself to others costs nothing, but fills you with so much satisfaction and joy, and can make a huge difference in someone's life.
What advice do you give to women as they start retirement? What advice do you give to women as they start retirement?
I would tell them this is the best time of your life. You now have time to do all those things that you wanted to do. Wake up every morning with a purpose. Do not rest. You will rust.
Thank you, Delegate number 3, Miss Super Senior Spanish Sport, Denise Bryant. Delegate number 4 is Miss Super Senior Fairhope, Michelle Scarce.
I view life as an ever-changing journey with many twists and turns, some miraculous and others unsettling. These experiences shape us into who we are and what we represent and share with others. Being an 18-year breast cancer survivor, I welcome each day with hope, encouragement, and praises to God for the blessing of life. My daily motto is to treat others with kindness, respect, generosity, and compassion, just as I would want for my family and myself. I cherish humor and laughter as it lends itself to a happy and healthy soul. I live life with enthusiasm and try to utilize my skillful resources. I encourage everyone to follow their dreams and never let anyone take their joy.
If a song was written about your life, what would be the title and why? If a song was written about your life, what would be the title and why?
That's a great question, and it would be by Rascal Flatts, God Bless the Broken Road. My husband and I had that as our wedding song, and it really described our journey coming together to where we are now. So.
Thank you. Delegate number 4, Miss Super Senior Fairhope, Michelle Scarce. Delegate number 5, Miss Super Senior St. Clair County, Judy Batson.
My philosophy in life has always been to trip over my own 2 feet just as much as possible, head on into unexplored adventures and life, seizing every opportunity to face plant myself into personal growth, lessons, and self-discovery. Life's a journey with many ups and downs, rough roads and smooth roads, and unavoidable obstacles. It's through these changes that we build strength, character, and a life well lived. Maybe a few extra gray hair, but that's not to worry about because it can be covered up with Miss Clairol. Instead of living breadcrumbs to know where you've been, sprinkle love and kindness, inspiring a ripple effect of compassion, generosity for others. Life you live with a purpose, spreading random acts of kindness. Unless you're having a bad hair day, then just stay home. My platform that I'm passionate about is Amazing Grace Farm Ministry, a nonprofit for our heroes and veterans, giving back just a little to those who gave so much and sacrificed so much for us and the United States of America. Thank a veteran today if you happen to see one. We got this thing called life. Remember, this is not a dress rehearsal. There is certainly no do-overs, and I hope I get it right. Thank you.
Why do you think Talk of Alabama should interview you? Why do you think Talk of Alabama should interview you?
Because, honey, I've got a story to tell. And it's not just about a smile and a sash. It's about the Miss Senior Alabama program and what it did for me. And I use that as a platform for my Amazing Grace Farm ministry for veterans. And I will use both to jumpstart the biggest story ever. And it will be a good story. Thank you.
Thank you to delegate number 6, Miss Super Senior St. Clair County, Judy Batson. Delegate number 7 is Miss Super Senior Marshall County, Helen Ivy.
I saw a cartoon recently that struck me as being very thought-provoking and true. Charlie Brown and Snoopy are pictured looking at a sunset, and Charlie said, "We only live once, Snoopy." Snoopy replied, "Wrong. We only die once. We live every day." As I pondered the cartoon, I thought how it reflected my philosophy of life. My philosophy is live, light, and love. Live every day. Let the light into your life and let it guide your love. Light is ever present, even in what appears to be darkness. At night, the moon provides light as the sun does in the day. But the guiding light of our lives is ever present and not dependent upon the sun or the moon for its existence. It is the light of the Holy Spirit, always present and always guiding our lives as we live every day.
What person, living or dead, has inspired you the most? What person, living or dead, has inspired you the most?
The obvious answer for me would be my mother. Most of us, it would be that because we spend the first 18 years of our life in her presence. We see how she handles success. We see how she handles failure. My mother was given a beautiful name at birth, and her name was Catherine. And I doubt there's anybody in here except my family that would remember her. But her generation has taught me so much. They stepped up, they stepped out during World War II. If it hadn't been for the women then, our country would probably not have survived as well. Being Catherine, you don't know, but if I called her Rosie, Rosie the Riveter, many of you would recognize her. So the person and the generation that has influenced me the most was my mother.
Delegate number 7, Miss Super Senior Marshall County, Helen Ivy. We will now hear from our Miss Senior Alabama delegates. Delegate number 1 is Miss Senior Hazel Green, Sharon Terrell.
I believe that character is everything. It is not what others think of us. It is defined by integrity, kindness, and the way we choose to live our lives. Character is about doing what's right, even when no one is watching. It's about standing by your values and treating others with respect and compassion. True character is how we remain faithful to ourselves, despite the pressures of the world. I've learned that character is shaped through the choices we make when things get hard. It is in how we carry ourselves, how we respond to adversity, and how we grow from our experiences. Your character is what will always define you. It is the legacy you leave behind, the impact you make, and the truth of who you are. So my philosophy is simple. Let your character speak for itself, because in the end, who you are matters more than what you have.
Cher sang, "If I could turn back time." So if you could turn back time, what would you change about the history of our country? Cher sang, "If I could turn back time." So if you could turn back time, what would you change about the history of our country?
It would be communication. If we could have, 100 years ago, we could have internet, instant messaging, emails, it would change the outcome. It would change a lot of misunderstanding, and it would really help us to move forward much quickly.
This is delegate number 1, Miss Senior Hazel Green, Sharon Terrell. Delegate number 2, Miss Senior Talladega, Shirley Hamilton.
Live in such a way that those who know you will come to know God because they know you. In order to be a blessing to other people, be respectful, loving, have manners, and help your neighbor. Love each other, be friendly, faithful, and trustworthy, because in life, you never know who is watching you. You could be someone's hero just by your actions. Always be the best person you can be, and you will be a blessing to yourself and to others.
What is your favorite quote that you find most inspirational? What is your favorite quote that you find most inspirational?
Be still and know that I am God, because we are all so impatient. We need to be more listening, quiet, listen to God, because most of the time He knows what's right.
Thank you. This is delegate number 2, Miss Senior Talladega, Shirley Hamilton. Delegate number 3, Miss Senior Mobile, Darlene Chavers.
Be your own advocate, especially when it comes to your health. As we are gracefully aging, our hearts and minds are telling us we are still 18 years old, but our bodies remind us we are in our 60s. At this stage in our lives, we have more aches and pains. We also have a tendency to go to the doctor a lot more. Some doctors are so busy at times that they don't have time to listen to us. So I suggest making a list of what you want to discuss, or find a doctor that will take the time to listen to you. If I had not had doctors that would listen to me 16 years ago, I would not be here today.
If your life was a soap opera, what would the title be and why? If your life was a soap opera, what would the title be and why?
The Old and the Beautiful, because I'm in my golden years, and I still have a lot of life to live with just a little bit of added drama.
Thank you. This is delegate number 3, Miss Senior Mobile, Darlene Chavers. Delegate number 4, Miss Senior Jefferson County, Victoria Clark Thomas.
As a licensed Zumba instructor and health coach, my mission centers on empowering others to embrace a physically healthy and financially secure lifestyle. I truly believe that it's never too late to become the best version of yourselves. And it's through the acronym START that you lay the foundation of your transformative journey. S, stop making excuses. T, take inventory of your life and remove those naysayers. A, act on faith. R, refocus on God and your goals. T, trust God. He will never leave you nor forsake you.
I'll repeat it twice. Nature is known to provide inspiration and even help with depression and motivation. Is there a portion of nature that has inspired you? Nature is known to provide inspiration and help with depression and motivation. Is there a portion of nature that has inspired you?
The ocean inspires me the most because of its vastness, strength, and renewal. The waves reminds me that life is ever changing, and just as the tide rises and falls, so does the opportunities and challenges that we experience in life. And sometimes we just have to flow with the tide and flow with life's rhythms.
Thank you. This is delegate number 4, Miss Senior Jefferson County, Victoria Clark Thomas. Delegate number 5, Miss Senior Gulf Shores, June Chappelle.
Every day I strive to embody the philosophy of recognizing that every interaction, no matter how small, is an opportunity to spread kindness and foster connection. From volunteering to offering a listening ear to a friend in need, I'm continually reminded of the significant impact we can have on each other's lives. The bonds we create serve as a testament to the strength and beauty of human connection. So as I stand before you today as Miss Senior Gulf Shores, I'm not just representing a title, but a lifetime of cherished memories, enduring friendships, and unwavering belief in the power of community. Let us all continue to live our lives fully, embrace every moment well, and always seek to build a community where love and connection can thrive.
What color best describes you and why? What color best describes you and why?
The color that best describes me is orange. I tend to be a very bright light for others. I try to be very compassionate. I'm extremely energetic, on the go, and try to just do and serve others.
Thank you. This is delegate number 5, Miss Senior Gulf Shores, June Chappelle. Delegate number 6 is Miss Senior Chelsea, Temple Wells.
As we age, there are a few things I have learned I would love to share with you. Pray about your day early and wake up and be thankful and appreciative and grateful for things that are big and things that are small. Stop rushing so much and stressing and worrying about the past and future and worrying about things that you cannot change or control. But if you can always learn something from them, then that's a wonderful lesson. Let go of the what ifs, could haves, and should haves. Focus on the next play in your playbook. And if you fumble, get up. Focus on the next play. And your feelings and your choices. Are you going to do what you feel like doing? Or are you going to choose to do the things you need to do to be successful? So if you can do those things that you need to do and make the right choices, you'll stay on the path to accomplish your goals.
If you could add a class subject for all male students, what would the subject be and why? If you could add a class subject for all male students, what would the subject be and why?
Well, I didn't come up with this idea because it's out there. And my brother, Blake Harris, at Holt High School, he teaches people how life skills, girls and guys, but mainly men. Men need life skills on knowing how to fix things at home and how to cut trees down and saw them up and how to make buildings and how to make a building for storm victims and shelter, which they have done. Their class has done it, and they make furniture. And so I wish I'd thought of this all by myself, but I can't take credit for it but I would suggest every school have a class like this in the state of Alabama because it comes in handy and it's something that every man needs to know. And my husband's good at fixing things. So thank goodness for that. So thank you.
Thank you. This is delegate number 6, Miss Senior Chelsea Temple Wells. Delegate number 7 is Miss Senior Marshall County Kayla Powell.
My philosophy of life is look up, stay up. Look down, fall down. Look up, stay up helps me stay positive, present in the moment. Look down, fall down reminds me no answer that I seek can be found by looking at my feet, for truly I shall stumble and fall. But by looking up, inspiration will come. If not by my own thoughts, then by my Heavenly Father above.
If you could have any superpower, what would it be and what would you accomplish with it? If you could have any superpower, what would it be and what would you accomplish with it?
Power of healing. In the world where there is so much sickness and people suffering, I think that if I had the power, the superpower, I would work with humanity. I would work with the universal people to work towards finding cures and finding ways to help people live longer lives, healthier lives.
Thank you. This is delegate number 7, Miss Senior Marshall County, Kayla Powell. Delegate number 8 is Miss Senior Coleman, Angie Carter.
Volunteering is a very powerful way to create change. By offering our time and support, it will strengthen our communities and also encourage others to do the same. But it's not about what we give. It's about connections that we will make. By helping others, you will find your own true purpose. Life is a race, and it's not about the victory for us. It's about helping others cross their finish lines.
If you wrote an article for People's Magazine, who would you interview? If you wrote an article for People's Magazine, who would you interview?
Dolly Parton. With Jolie from 9 to 5 to Coat of Many Colors, her music was iconic. She shaped the music generation. If I could have an interview with her, that would be one I would never forget.
Thank you. This is delegate number 8, Miss Senior Coleman, Angie Carter. Delegate number 9 is Miss Senior Huntsville, Sonia and Finger.
Discovering our divine purpose. I believe that we were given a divine purpose before we even have a pulse. And I share Ron Wilkerson's belief that to have a pulse is to have a purpose. Regardless of our age, we will never outlive our purpose. We can experience great joy and growth as we continually journey towards achieving this divine purpose. In this journey that we call life, we will be blessed with countless opportunities to embrace, enjoy, and enlighten our fellow travelers as they too discover their purpose. In all that we do, I believe we need to listen for chances to serve and connect with others. Loving and serving those who we find along our journey becomes one of life's biggest blessings. In recent years, I have discovered that lives can be changed for the better when we help others achieve better mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual health. When we find opportunities to be a positive influence in these areas, we can help others overcome their obstacles, lessen their struggles, and celebrate their successes. As I embrace opportunities to connect with and empower my fellow travelers on this journey, I find so many hidden blessings as I live out my life philosophy.
Who has influenced you the most in life and why? Who has influenced you the most in life and why?
That would happen to be my grandmother. She instilled in me to love myself so that I could love others. And by doing so, I've been able to help other people and serve my community by loving them and meeting with them where they are. It would be my grandmother.
Thank you. This is delegate number 9, Miss Senior Huntsville, Sonia Infinger. Delegate number 10 is Miss Senior Daphne, Lori Cox.
A simple act of kindness or a smile can make someone's day. You never know what someone is going through. A smile may be just what they needed to brighten their day. Did you know that smiling can reduce pain and stress and even releases endorphins, which can lead to a better mood? Working in mental health, I've learned that being nice and smiling makes a world of difference to someone when they are feeling down or going through something difficult. As the great Dolly Parton says, if you see someone without a smile, give them one of yours. And who doesn't take Dolly's advice?
Relationships require a lot of work. What trait do you think is vital for successful relationships? Relationships require a lot of work. What trait do you think is vital for successful relationships?
I believe that no matter what kind of relationship you're in, you have to have loyalty. Someone that has your back even when you're wrong. They tell you that you're wrong, but they still support you no matter what.
Thank you. This is delegate number 10, Miss Senior Daphne, Lori Cox. Delegate number 11, Miss Senior Hoover, Sally Blaylock.
My philosophy of life is rooted in the belief that every woman has the power to create her own beauty inside and out. I believe in embracing our unique strengths, celebrating our individuality, and supporting one another in our pursuits. As a strong, independent woman, I strive to live a life of purpose, passion, and resilience. I believe in taking risks, learning from failures, and rising above challenges. My philosophy is guided by the values of empathy, kindness, and compassion. I want to inspire others to do the same, building a community of women who uplift, empower, and celebrate each other. I am led by my faith in this journey of self-discovery and growth and transformation. By trusting in my faith, I navigate my own path, and I hope to leave a trail of love, kindness, and beauty that inspires others to do the same. If it is to be, it must start with me.
We all have gifts and talents. What is your greatest gift? We all have gifts and talents. What is your greatest gift?
I believe God gave me the gift to connect with people on a different level than just seeing what's on their face, seeing into their heart, because I think that's really important to see what, just not on the face, but what their heart is feeling. Sometimes it can hide things, and I just feel like I can make a difference in a lot of them's life.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is delegate number 11, Miss Senior Hoover, Sally Blaylock. Well, it's always very inspirational to hear the women of Miss Senior Alabama's story when they talk about their passions and love of their communities. A nice round of applause for all of our ladies.